The boy who could fly. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by towering mountains, there lived a boy named Felix. Felix was no ordinary boy. He had a secret that only he and his grandmother knew. Felix could fly. It all started on his 8th birthday. While chasing a paper kite through a field, he tripped over a root and tumbled down a hill. But instead of hitting the ground, Felix found himself floating gently in the air like a feather. At first, he thought it was a dream, but the wind brushing against his face felt very real. He soared above the field, above the trees, and even above the rooftops of his tiny village. When he finally drifted back down, he ran home, his heart racing with excitement. "Grandma," he called out, "I can fly." His grandmother, wise and kind, didn't seem surprised. She smiled and said, "I thought this day would come. You've always had a little bit of magic in you, my boy." Felix promised his grandmother he would keep his gift a secret. "The world isn't always kind to those who are different," she warned gently. Felix nodded, but deep down he wished he could share his secret with someone else. Every morning before the sun rose, Felix practiced flying in secret. He would leap from the tallest hill and glide across the valley, watching as the world slowly woke below him. Birds often flew beside him, chirping as if they welcomed him as one of their own. Felix felt free, as if the sky itself was his playground. One day, disaster struck the village. Heavy rains caused the river to overflow, and the bridge connecting the village to the outside world was swept away. To make things worse, the mayor's daughter, Clara, was trapped on the other side. The villagers were in a panic, unsure of how to save her. Felix's heart ached as he watched Clara wave helplessly from the far bank. He knew he had to do something. "Grandma," he said, "I can help. I can fly across the river and save her." His grandmother hesitated. "If you do this, Felix, everyone will know your secret." Felix stood tall and said, "I don't care. I can't just stand by and do nothing." With that, Felix sprinted to the edge of the swollen river. The villagers gasped as he leapt into the air and soared across the water, his arms spread wide like wings. For a moment, everyone was silent, unable to believe their eyes. Then cheers erupted as Felix landed safely on the other side and carried Clara back to the village. From that day on, Felix was no longer the boy with a secret. He was the boy who could fly, the boy who had saved the mayor's daughter. Though some villagers whispered and wondered how he could do such a thing, most treated him as a hero. Felix no longer needed to hide who he was. Felix continued to fly, but now he shared his gift with everyone. He carried letters to distant villages, fetched supplies from the mountains, and even gave rides to children who dreamed of touching the clouds. The villagers came to see Felix's magic not as something strange, but as something wonderful, a gift that brought their small village closer to the sky. And so, Felix lived happily, soaring through the air, free and unafraid, proving that sometimes being different is the greatest gift of all. The end.